Welcome back to Antimillennial Grey, where we look beyond the surface to find the rich stories and meanings in our world. Today we're focusing on one person and the powerful silent language of his clothing, His Holiness, the Pope. The Pope's robes are far more than just official dress. Every color, every piece is a deliberate choice, steeped in centuries of tradition and theology, designed to communicate profound truths about the Church and the Pope's role within it. Let's unlock the deep meaning woven into these sacred garments. The most iconic color, seen almost every day, is papal white. This isn't about fashion trends, it's about core identity. White in Catholic tradition symbolizes purity, holiness, and the light of Christ. For the Pope, wearing white daily signifies his state of grace and purity, essential for leading the Church. It represents the ideal state of the Church itself, pure and spotless. By wearing white, the Pope constantly embodies this ideal and reminds the faithful of the call to holiness. It's a visual cornerstone of his authority, grounded in spiritual cleanliness and alignment with divine light. When the occasion demands it, the Pope dons the striking color of red. This isn't just any red, it's a vibrant hue loaded with meaning directly tied to Christ and the mission of the Church. Red represents the blood of Christ's sacrifice on the cross, the ultimate act of love and redemption. It also symbolizes the fire of the Holy Spirit that empowers the Church and its leaders. Furthermore, it's the color of martyrdom, honoring those who gave their lives for the faith. When the Pope wears red, he is visually connecting himself to these foundational elements. He is reminding everyone that his authority comes from Christ's sacrifice, that he is guided by the Holy Spirit in leading the flock, and that he, like the martyrs, must be willing to lay down his life for the Church. It signifies his courage, his passion for the faith, and the solemn weight of his responsibilities as the chief shepherd. For the Church's absolute peak moments of joy and solemnity, like Christmas and Easter, the Pope often wears vestments featuring radiant gold or highly ornate white. Gold is the color of divine glory, majesty, and triumph. It's used when the Church celebrates the mysteries that are central to its belief, the Incarnation and the Resurrection. When the Pope celebrates Mass in gold vestments, he is visually elevating the occasion, highlighting the presence of God's glory and leading the faithful in celebrating the ultimate victories of Christ. It's a way of saying, look at the magnificence of our God. While white, red, and gold are key for the Pope, the Church calendar uses other colors like green for times of spiritual growth and violet for reflection and penance. When the Pope does deviate from white to wear another liturgical color for a specific event, like Pope Francis wearing purple during his visit to Lampedusa, it carries even more weight, specifically tying his actions and his message to the solemnity or penitence the color represents. This brings us to one of the most symbolic moments in the Catholic Church, the first appearance of a newly elected Pope. After the white smoke rises from the Sistine Chapel, signifying a decision has been made, the new pontiff is escorted to the Room of Tears. Here, he changes into the papal robes for the very first time. This act of vesting is profoundly symbolic. He arrives as a cardinal, dressed in red, a prince of the Church. But when he steps out onto that balcony, he is transformed, visually accepting the mantle of the papacy. He immediately puts on the white cassock, signifying the purity, holiness, and universality of his new office. This white garment is the first visual confirmation to the world. Christ's Church has a new earthly leader. Yesterday, when Pope Leo XIV appeared, he wore the traditional white cassock. But significant for his first appearance, he also wore the red mozzetta, that shoulder cape, and a red stole. This choice is meaningful. The red mozzetta is a traditional part of the papal choir dress, symbolizing authority and pastoral charity. The red stole, worn over the shoulders, represents his priestly consecration and the yoke of Christ he now bears as the chief shepherd. Pope Francis often chose not to wear the red mozzetta, opting for a simpler look upon his election and throughout his pontificate, emphasizing humility and accessibility. By contrast, the new Pope's choice to wear it for his first appearance can be seen as embracing the historical visual language of the papacy, asserting the traditional symbolism of the office right from the start. It subtly communicates a connection to the long line of popes before him and the formal dignity of the role. The Pope's clothing is a living history book, a theological statement, and a visual guide to the Church's most central beliefs. White for purity and office, red for sacrifice and courage, gold for divine glory. Each color, each piece is chosen to communicate who the Pope is in the eyes of the Church and the immense spiritual weight of the role he has accepted. It's a fascinating intersection of tradition, faith, and visual communication that goes far beyond mere fashion. What do you find most interesting about the meaning behind the Pope's robes? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for exploring the deeper colors with us here on Anti-Millennial Grey. Don't forget to like this video if you appreciated learning about the symbolism, and subscribe for more deep dives into things that offer more than just grey.